What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ayo Punky. We are coming here with another reaction video. This video is gonna be 10 WWE wrestlers who essentially made their matches funny. If you want to support the original creator of the video, his name is Wrestling Flashback. The link is gonna be down in the description down below. Click on that, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to go watch his content. If you want to support my videos, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and as well comment down below. Alright, let's
In
go.
wrestling, we often find ourselves ironically laughing at the action.
Frying Pierce to the face, what
Usually
the
because
hell?
of how ridiculous the situation is.
Oh, we hated that match. Right?
Or you might see a match that's intended to be serious, but is so bad laughing is the only way to
Oh, come on, Trish. You can do better than that. I remember this. Oh, this was the best. Even though it was cringe, this was the best.
We'll highlight.
Even though that era of NXT was cringe to a lot of people, to me, it was freaking funny. I just love goofy wrestling like that. Michael Cole's over the top hill persona. We had CM Punk on commentary, and we had people just annihilating how stupid the competition aspect of for that season. It was so bad but good kind of thing, and it was amazing. And I might have to do a compilation of that season on this channel. Let me know in the comments if you want me to actually react to some season. I believe it was season 5 of NXT competition era. So I will definitely check that out if you want me to.
Plenty of these in
Might have started humping. What do you want them to do? They're dogs.
as we list 10 unintentionally funny matches.
Oh man, what do you do at that point if like the dogs just start humping during the match? This is why you get trained animals. Even though they're trained, that might still can happen, even if they were trained. So you can't really stop it. They're animals. They're gonna do what animals do, and animals, dog animals at that, love humping things. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I think probably everybody in the arena started laughing. Pretty much ruined the match.
Shawn Michaels' clash with Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam 2005
Oh,
was meant to be the
this
first
was
of a three-match
infamous for
series
the
between the two.
oversell.
Michaels expected it to be a babyface versus babyface clash until the higher-ups told him they wanted the old Shawn back from 1997. And for the next few weeks, that's certainly what they got.
It's not how old you are, it's how old you feel, brother. And I feel 157, brother.
Oh my god, this
Hogan
was
claims he
fucking
pulled the plug on there
hilarious.
being more than one match due to HBK's behavior throughout the feud.
If it's going to be a clown show now, from this point on, that I thought this guy really wanted to dig and draw some money. You know, I asked him.
Well, you can't be mad at Shawn if the corporation he's working for told him to go back to the old him. So he goes back to the old him, and all of a sudden you get a fucking ego and you don't like it because WWF at the time, or whatever it was called at the time, WWF, WWE, don't know, told him, yo, Shawn, you know what we really loved back then? We really loved when you were a part of D-Generation X. And we really loved it when you went out there and just did whatever. And you had a good time. You made it entertaining. And you also gave an incredible match. We want that Shawn Michaels back. Can you do that for us? And he does it. And Hulk Hogan, you're supposed to be some company guy all for about WWE. But when it doesn't go your way, you get all snippety and uppity about it, and you run to the boss and you cry that you don't want to do something now. Even though it was the boss in the first place that told Shawn to do what he did in the feud. So I don't really get that logic. To me, Shawn wasn't in the wrong here. He was told to make it funny because nobody was probably interested in your story. So he had to make it funny and entertaining. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Are you okay with all this? And it was the no problem, brother. You know, and I got news for you. If he denies it, I'll tell him to his face. If you find later on in life, one of some of the most successful people in this business, you know, are the most insecure.
Hogan wanted a serious
I know,
competitive
right?
encounter, but given that The Office told Michaels to be that 90s version of Shawn, all bets were off, as Shawn went to insane lengths to comically oversell.
See? And now, yep, he's on.
I wasn't trying to bury the guy, you know, really, really badly.
So the stories that I heard about this match is that Shawn didn't like the way it was going. That Hulk Hogan wasn't gonna put him over. So Shawn instead started overselling in the match because Hulk Hogan wasn't gonna put him over. Apparently, that's not the right story. Apparently, it was Shawn doing the right thing and WWE telling him to act that way. Am I getting that correct?
That is the way I sold when I was a heel. And now you fast forward to 2005, and that's known as overselling. I mean, that's how I used to bump for everybody in '95.
Okay, yeah, so yeah.
Ziggler does it now, and nobody calls it overselling.
True. Oh my god, it looks so
The Hulkster may have
ridiculous.
gone over clean, but the Heartbreak Kid got the last laugh, since no one remembers anything Hogan did during the feud.
That flip, though. That flip. Nailing it.
Like he was agile, he was nimble. He had a catcher's catch can style.
The showstopper
Oh my
completely
god.
stole the show.
That lay drop, so.
You know, I already knew what I was making, earn it, just to be a pain in the butt all day. And that was something I did just for my own enjoyment. And that isn't right, it isn't professional, but it is the truth.
Hulk has worked numerous other matches which had fans laughing, even though Hogan's intention wasn't comedy, whether it be from botches or just silly moments.
Oh. Look at him not even selling there. He's not doing it. He's sandbagging Undertaker. Oh, hell nah. If you had a handful of my ties, we fighting afterwards, bro. You ain't gonna give me a wedgie during the match, bro. You know how that's gonna look after I get out of that hold? I gotta dig in my ass and pull out the wedgie. Like, nah, I ain't going about that. I ain't about that life. Nah, you ain't doing that to me. You ain't making me look like an idiot.
Incredible. He's not done with this move yet.
Oh my god, this was in the Suspects, out of context Suspects moments I believe I watched. I never reacted to that on the channel because I already saw it, but I remember this spot too. Like, hey yo, what are you doing, man? Why are we in this position? Like, can we switch it up? Can we do something else really quick? Because this doesn't look good at all. I'm not doing this at home, and I'm not doing this in the ring, bruh.
Hollywood Hogan's match with the Ultimate Warrior at Halloween Havoc 98 might be the Hulkster's worst outing. It was comically bad. The bout was topped off by the final sequence that saw Hogan singe his eyebrows off after flash paper blew up in his face following a botched fireball spot.
It's a lighter.
Oh! Whoa! What the hell? Don't you have to rehearse something like that? You gotta figure out how to actually properly light that bitch? Why the hell are you gonna light something like that close to your face anyway? Like, you're supposed to be out here with it, going like this. You're not gonna have it this close to your face. What? It's supposed to be out here, arm's length here, going like this, trying to start it, so it don't blow up in your face like that. What the hell?
And I think probably everybody in the arena started laughing. Pretty much ruined the match.
Halloween Havoc from 3 years prior was even funnier for Hogan. He began the night inadvertently pushing the Giant up the roof of a building following a monster truck match.
Get him off of there!
Oh.
Oh my God.
The way he fell off
The
of
night
it.
ended with Hulk being squeezed from the rear by the Yeti during Hogan's match with the Giant, who
Yeti.
himself was now fully recovered after previously plunging to his apparent demise.
What the hell is this?
And who is on whose side?
The Hulkster's over-the-top
They
pantomime
like
style in
humping
the ring
each
is
other.
quite funny to look back
The
on
hell?
today, but that doesn't make it any less iconic.
Savage trying to wake Hogan. He's gonna turn on Hogan.
Elbow drop on Hogan. No, he's nope.
The Big Show
He's
is
like,
one of the
nope.
most
See, he
unintentionally
does
funny
it
wrestlers
too.
of all time.
What the hell? Big Show going to the top. I never seen this. I never seen Big Show go to the top rope before. Like, what are you thinking at that time? Oh, he does it. Oh, it's an elbow
And while
drop.
many of his
Thank
matches may not have
goodness.
been played up for laughs, the end result sometimes found fans unable to hold it in while watching.
Ooh.
Show's sumo match with Akebono at WrestleMania 21 saw the world's
Oh
largest
my
athlete get
God.
put on his 7-foot, 500-pound ass that
That's,
was visible for the world
yeah.
to see. Show's feud with Cody
That
Rhodes
wasn't
centered on
much.
how poorly the Giant had been booked during his time with WWE, which inadvertently made him a joke character on countless occasions.
Oh, yeah, I remember that too. I think it was supposed to be a tables match. And he was climbing on the apron. Cody drop kicked him off the apron, but I guess they forgot the table was right behind Big Show. Big Show put his foot through the table. The ref sees it, and I don't know why they called it, even though he didn't actually put his whole body through the table. But the referee still ended up calling the match like he actually put his whole body through the table. So I don't know why it actually happened in the first place, to be honest. Because only one foot went through
Sometimes
the
Show would try
table.
and stick it to the higher-ups, and the view they held of him, his match versus Kane on Raw in 2006, saw the two giants performing cruiserweight moves, which made for a surreal sight.
The wrestling match? I thought these guys were going to try to tear each other's arms off.
Big Show did this again during a match with Braun Strowman in 2017.
Imagine somebody like that doing lucha libre kind of chain wrestling. Like, what in the world? I mean, now it's common nowadays that a lot of people, a lot of big men, are flying around the ring, even though they're not supposed to. Kind of like Rey Mysterio. But when you see somebody like the War Machines, you don't think of them being able to jump off of a middle rope and do a springboard splash on you. You don't think that they are capable of doing that, but there are people that are able to do that. Just like the War Raiders, just like Keith Lee. There's multiple big men that are able to move nowadays, like a luchador, and it's insane to me. It's crazy.
By this point, a high-ranking official had already told Show he would never main event a pay-per-view ever again, and that his role was purely to get other talent over.
Oh, no. What's Big Show thinking?
So at this point, what do you do as Big Show if you get told that like you're not gonna be a main eventer anymore, and you're not gonna be winning matches anymore? Do you just do it because you love the sport of it? You love the creativity of the position you're in? Do you just keep doing it for the money? Or do you really look at yourself and be like, the money is good and all, but I really hate waking up every moment, going to work, and I'm being made to look like a freaking idiot? I think I'm gonna just, cut my losses here and go somewhere else. But I think at the time where Big Show was in WWE, there wasn't really many places you can go besides, I believe, TNA. And TNA wasn't really popping back then like it is now. So they really only had that one place to stick to, which was WWE. So they were pretty much forced to make themselves look like an idiot. So I don't know.
The world's largest baseball slide.
Show starred in the first ever Punjabi prison match at the 2006 Great American Bash. This is one of the more absurd gimmick matches, from the look to the rules to the poor quality of each match. That being said, the Punjabi prison is one of those intriguing concepts that's so bad it's...
I never really liked the Punjabi prison match. I didn't really feel the need that they had to have this match be made. Just because it was like I believe it was mostly for Great Khali. I believe it was for, and then they used it for Jinder Mahal as well. And I really just didn't see the need to have these matches. I mean, the ring looked cool, but the overall premise I think was pretty corny to me.
Interesting, and often quite amusing in execution. Big Show's hilarious facial expressions stole the show in the first prison match.
Look at the picture. Big Show, right there, looking at the Punjabi prison. That's
I know, that's what everybody was looking like. They were looking at it like, what the fuck is this contraption? Like, what kind of match is this, or what are we getting ourselves into? Like, why do we even need this? Like, why did WWE or WWF at the time think this was a fucking good idea? Why are they putting me in this match? I would be thinking that too. And then, after thinking about the reasons why they think I should be in this match, I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I have to do this match and I survive, what can I make my company that I work for do to give me a better career than what I am in right now? Because this match isn't it. This is not it at all.
look that everyone had backstage when we saw the Punjabi prison.
You'd swear it was a retirement match, given how Show reacted to being defeated by The Undertaker, halfway between anger, sadness, and despair.
You saw the Undertaker we have been wanting to see.
After missing the first Punjabi prison match due to injury, the Great Khali starred in the second against Batista with the World Heavyweight title on the line. This match emphasized how odd the cage is designed, since it's not
Oh, the first match was with Undertaker and Big Show. Okay. So it wasn't Great Khali that started this match. It was Undertaker and Big Show. Okay. Which is kind of weird because you would think Punjabi would be for more like the Great Khali, the Jinder Mahals. But Undertaker and Big Show? Why did they need to do this? Like, what? It doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever.
hard to exit the entire structure once you get to the top of the first cage.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh my! Batista win it. Let go, Batista.
Wait, Batista was in the match too? What the fuck? When was this? I never saw Batista in a match of the Punjabi prison. Or am I miscalculated who I thought was facing Great Khali? Because I remember Great Khali being in the second match. But I didn't remember that it was against Batista. Okay.
It was only fitting that the Great Khali made his grand return at Battleground 2017 to help Jinder Mahal to victory.
This is a match that I saw, the
Punjabi
Jinder
prison match.
Mahal Punjabi prison against Randy Orton.
Khali's appearance was one of the few highlights on a night.
Yeah. Khali came, climbed the cage, put Randy Orton in a chokehold, let Jinder Mahal climb over the Punjabi prison and escape to win. And that's how Jinder Mahal won, by helping, by getting help from Great Khali, which, again, why? This is kind of the context of these matches, is like, why? Why are we having this match in the first place? Second of all, why is Great Khali helping Jinder? Great Khali's always been a face, and Jinder Mahal is a heel. So why? We don't know. It just never made sense. You took an L on this one. You took a L. Why are you letting Great Khali hold your title, bruh? You are the champion. Great Khali is not the champion. He should not be holding up your title. That is not good at all. Stop it.
One of the few matches worse than any of the Punjabi prisons is the infamous Kennel from Hell from Unforgiven 1999. Al Snow and Big Boss Man's match was supposed to feature trained attack dogs on the outside, but because the higher-ups waited until the last minute, all they could source for the match were regular dogs.
Shouldn't you just call the match off at this point if all you can get is regular dogs and you can't find any trained dogs? Like, why would you even still continue on with the concept of a kennel match? Because Big Bossman is supposed to be a cop or whatever his gimmick was back then. So that you're still gonna go on with the match? At that point, I would just call the audible and be like, "Yo, we can't have a kennel match because we don't have the trained dogs. So let's just make it a no disqualification match and we go all out and give a hell of a show." I think that would have been better instead of putting your wrestlers at risk of getting bitten by an actual dog and the dog not letting go once he did bite you.
Called a veterinarian clinic there in Charlotte, got on the list of owners' names who had Rottweilers, and then went and called them and brought them to the arena.
The dogs urinated, defecated, and fornicated on the outside while the wrestlers worked an abysmal contest in the ring.
Oh, get out! Oh, bite his hand! Oh, you stupid dog! Bite his hand! What? I think these dogs may like Al Snow. I don't know.
At one point, they might have started humping. What do you want them to do? They're dogs.
Despite the absurdness of the storyline where Al Snow's dog
Oh
Pepper was
my
kidnapped,
God.
cooked, and fed to him by the boss,
Wait,
the match
what?
itself didn't have any
Who the hell would think of that? Only Vince McMahon would be like, "Yeah, you know, pal, we're gonna put you on the story, Big Bossman. You said you like your dog. Well, I hate dogs, and I'm gonna put him in a storyline. I'm gonna put him in a storyline, and I'm gonna have your opponent, Big Bossman, cook your dog and feed him to you. Because I'm Vince McMahon, damn it. And I enjoy the pain of others." No. I mean, like, what the hell? You could have just said no and walked off, but I'm guessing because you want to get paid, you were like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and run this fucking storyline. This chaotic, disastrous storyline of killing an animal." What?
intentional comedy spots. It was meant to be a serious encounter since Bossman had made Snow eat his own dog.
100% grade A pepper. No.
What the
What's
fuck?
the matter, Al? Oh, you don't like.
That was the worst. That was the worst on cue crying I seen of a wrestler. That was straight up horrible. He laughed into a cry. He was like, "Oh my god." I mean, it's not a funny storyline, but
It's
that
all the
was
more funny
funny.
given how badly things went.
The number one rule in entertainment is you don't work with animals or kids. They'll always outshine you, upstage you, or they'll screw up the whole scene.
Face first. Watch you, watch you. What the heck is...
I would have made sure that I found trained
Right? That's what I'm
dogs that were
saying.
highly trained with one person, because every time I went and spoke to Russo, I said that. Vince McMahon himself actually apologized to me for putting me in that situation. He couldn't even.
See, even he said, if you can't do the match and get a trained dog, don't do the match. Why did you continue to go on and book this match if you couldn't get the trained dogs? Because it just made these wrestlers look stupid for how many lengths of a time they had that match. It just made them look ridiculous.
And show them on the air nor interact with them, well, then you've completely hamstrung, the whole
Yep.
thing.
Boss man running from the Rottweilers here. Keep those dogs on their leash. Ah, he's down.
Our previous entry might not be the worst Hell in a Cell style match of all time though. That distinction may have to go to Seth Rollins and The Fiend's Abomination in 2019. The ending epitomized how atrocious
Yeah, that
WWE's product
ending
during
was
this time.
horrible.
The match was stopped after Rollins destroyed The Fiend with a hammer. Since it was a referee stoppage, Seth should have been declared the winner. However, the bout essentially finished in a disqualification.
No.
So yeah, this is the one that I was talking about earlier on, where they stopped the Hell in a Cell match and they called it as a DQ because apparently Seth Rollins was too violent, made too much of a ruckus, too damaging, again, too violent with Bray Wyatt, who was able to withstand a lot of pain, supposedly at this time. Bray Wyatt was not selling a lot of moves. He wasn't really staying down this entire match. So Seth Rollins did everything he could to keep Bray Wyatt down on the floor to be able to win this match. And instead of the ref continuing this matchup and letting Seth Rollins get the 3 count on Bray, which probably wouldn't have been any better, but it would have made a whole lot more sense than calling a DQ and stopping the match. Because even when your own wrestlers that are watching the pay-per-view is confused on why it was a DQ, then you probably did something wrong and you probably shouldn't have done it. I mean, what do you think? And then everybody chanted, "This is bullshit," too.
One of these, but how the hell do you get DQ now?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Frickin' sell.
Bray Wyatt will
that's what I'm saying. Even X-Pac was calling them out on the show for the bullshit. And he was like, you know what? I might not get brought back for another reaction video because what the was that? Why are you DQing in the Hell in a Cell when it's supposed to be no disqualifications in the first place? Like, why even do that? What?
go down as one of the great WWE characters.
R.I.P. Bray.
But unfortunately, there were countless occasions where he was the victim of bad creative
Yeah.
and terrible booking. This in turn led to some comically bad matches.
He can, and he will.
Mmm.
Cover by
That was a horrible
Shoulders
jackhammer.
down. He did it. Axel into the cover.
I still to this day hate that they made Goldberg out of all people beat Bray Wyatt for the championship. Goldberg did not need to beat Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was just getting started. Just finally got the championship. Was getting over with the crowd. And they was like, you know what? We don't like that Bray is getting over so quickly. So you know what? We don't have Brock Lesnar right now, but we have the next best thing to Brock Lesnar. And we're gonna use Goldberg. And we're gonna make this dude regret getting over with the fans. What he's supposed to be. Some psychotic tweener hill kind of character. We're gonna make him regret being loved by the fans. We're gonna make Goldberg squash his ass. Like, what are y'all thinking with that? That was horrible. Bray never came back from it. He sort of did once he went away for a little bit. He took some time off and he came back. And he had a fresh new take with his gimmick. That's when he started coming good with the fans again, and he started to get the popularity back into his character. But then again, they destroyed his character yet again with bad booking, and it always freaking happens. Even to this day, the Wyatt Six itself still has trouble with bad booking. We haven't seen the Wyatt Six since they lost to Karrion Kross. Wyatt Six has not been seen at all. And now Alexa Bliss is supposed to be a part of Wyatt Six. And I just hope she doesn't get treated like Wyatt Six because she is a star. She needs to be in the main event scene. She doesn't need to be bogged down by anything, to be honest. She needs to get back to the main event scene.
On Wyatt, the B team retains.
Unbelievable!
Exiting through the door
And the B team even beat Bray Wyatt at that. Like, what?
is a pretty lame way to win a cage match, but Wyatt's victory over John Cena at Extreme Rules 2014 takes the cake.
I remember that too.
Bray Wyatt.
I remember the
Later
kids
in the year at
singing.
TLC, Bray defeated Dean Ambrose thanks to some technical difficulties.
What the hell? Like, if you see it attached to a cord, why are you gonna keep pulling on the thing that is attached to a cord? Why are you gonna keep pulling on it? That was funny, but also stupid at the same time.
Wyatt had a good laugh after an intruder tried to make themselves Ambrose and Roman Reigns' mystery partner at Night of Champions 2015.
Oh yeah, I remember this too.
Bray
Is that
lost
your
to Randy Orton
partner?
on WrestleMania 33, despite Wyatt making LED bugs appear on the mat.
Oh yeah, they also made Bray look like a chump during the Randy Orton feud. Randy came out on top with this feud. Anything that Bray tried to do to Randy, try to like play mind games, try to get him tricked. Anything that they tried to do to Randy never worked. Randy always came out on top. Randy RKO'd him every chance to get. And then when Alexa threw the fireball into Randy's face, Randy came back, RKO'd Alexa Bliss. And then at the pay-per-view, Bray and Randy had a match, and Randy won that match and set Bray on fire. I remember the story to a T. And I don't know, I'm 50-50 on the winner, because I like Randy Orton, but Bray needed to win a little bit more than Randy Orton did. But they made Bray come out looking like a chump for most of that.
RKO. Orton the cover. Randy Orton is champion.
A month later at Payback, Bray and Randy worked the House of Horrors match. This was completely panned by fans due to its boring nature and overall ridiculousness.
I mean, I didn't really see this match, so I can't really commentate on how bad it was.
The swamp match with Braun Strowman at Extreme Rules 2020 wasn't much better.
Yeah, they did do this swamp match, and I think Alexa Bliss was a part of this
Whilst working as the
as
Fiend
well.
at TLC 2020, Bray was burned to a crisp by Orton.
This is what I'm talking about. This one where Randy Orton started setting him on fire, and he came back as the Burn Fiend. And even then, as the Burn Fiend, he still ended up losing. So why even come back? Randy still demolished his ass.
The Fiend wrestled one more match against Orton at WrestleMania 37, where
Yep,
this happened.
there we are. That's what I'm saying. Randy Orton just straight up RKO'd him out of nowhere. 1,
The
2,
Sandman
3,
and
and
Savage
1.
match from
Like
ECW
what?
November to Remember 97 was one big comedy show. Both men worked hard and took some big bumps, but every spot is downright hilarious.
Climbing the turnbuckles.
What the fuck was
Sandman
that?
is usually drunk for all his matches, but before this one, he'd taken 2 tabs of acid.
There was acid floating around the dressing room. He took a double dose. He thought he'd seen Godzilla in the ring.
Oh,
He
why
thought
are
he
you
was
taking
fighting
acid
monster.
when you
He was
wrestle?
suffering
What
big
the
time.
hell?
I was just trying to stay alive.
There's a host of botches and equipment malfunctions.
They
It was
should have
essentially
not
a triple
had
threat
him
match
wrestle
between
at
two
all.
competitors and the ladder,
Ooh, whoa.
with run-ins from each of the tables that were broken.
Sandman trying to lay out Sabu on that table.
Oh.
Puts it right through it.
The gritty presentation with the handheld camera up close and personal with the action makes this an insane spectacle.
Oh my god.
The match embodies the chaotic crash and burn style of ECW. You just can't look away from this performance art disaster piece.
Oh, whoa.
Fire again.
Clocking in
Wait, you telling me these dudes were high off their minds and was handling fireballs in the match? Who? Paul. How did you let this slide, bro? How did you let that slide? How did you let them go out there high off their ass, handle fire, and just throw it out randomly like that? Anybody could have been hit by that fire. Like, what?
Just shy of 21 minutes in length. As each man one-ups each other with the next spot, you wonder what more they can do with a table and ladder.
What the hell? What
The
the
crowd is
hell?
usually a massive factor during ECW matches, but for this, it's like they were overcome with a stunned silence.
Like, it's so, like, look at this. This is so chaotic and bad. Like, I don't know how Paul didn't just come out there and stop it. They couldn't even do a proper move. They're falling all over the place, tripping balls, high out their mind, probably seeing double vision. Like, why do you have him out there trying to do flips and shit? Like, come on, Paul, do better than that. Whoa, he almost hit a
Historically,
fan
Brock Lesnar
there.
has been the
That's what I'm
antithesis of
talking
comedy in the
about.
ring.
Suplex City, bitch.
But over the years, some of the beast's actions in the squared circle have made us chuckle.
Mm. 1, 2, 3. He just hit the cameraman, yup.
Oh my God.
Oh, whoa.
Well, Brock's not gonna like that. Look at this.
I remember that too.
Particularly his comedic facial expressions made in the heat of battle.
1, 2, oh. He's like, what the fuck?
I can assure you, Brock Lesnar has never encountered an athlete quite.
He's like, ooh, big boy, I see you. Oh my God, you got some size to you, brother.
Like Keith Lee.
Oh,
That Brock Lesnar is putting the
his fucking expression, Joe.
Brock's
Whoa.
pants ripped during his match with Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam 2023 and only got more torn up as the physicality continued. Fans feared Lesnar may have an even worse wardrobe malfunction. By the end, his drawers were almost hanging off.
Has it hooked?
Oh, damn, he got his whole ripped.
A third
WCW was full of horrible matches that had fans laughing in ironic fashion all throughout. The company was especially infamous for their elaborate gimmick matches that left fans asking, what were they smoking, because it must be good. The Chamber of Horrors match from the 1991 Halloween Havoc pitted 6 great wrestlers in one big shitfest. Abdullah the Butcher and the future Giant Gonzalez were also involved.
Man, this one is hard to call, and
What the
fans
hell?
we apologize.
It
What kind
was
of
an
cage
8-man
match
tag
is
team
that?
cage match where the only way to win was to lock any opponent in the electric chair and fry them till they're toast.
What
upon
the
flipping
fuck?
switch. However, the
Bruh. These matches back then, they kind of went way too far with their matches. A fucking electric chair match where you fry your opponent to death? What the fuck kind of shit is that? Like, yo, you have to give me a lot of money for that just to be able to do that. Like, I have to be set for life if you're gonna fake electrocute me in the chair. Like, what? Nah, bruh. I gotta see the money up front first. You gotta pay me first. I'm not gonna do that at all. Like, I gotta get a huge bonus.
switch fell
On
down
top
during
of
the
my
match when
original
Cactus
pay.
Jack had to bring it back up only to pull it down again for the finish.
The handle that you pulled to electrocute the guy flops down.
Mm,
pushes it
I did
back
see
up,
that.
And pulls it down.
That looked stupid because it should have shocked
Position
him
of Abdullah the Butcher, and I don't see
when it
anybody
went
rushing
down
to
on
give
its
him
own.
mouth resuscitation, as a matter of fact.
Last and most certainly least, we've got a stinker from the women's season of NXT. in
Yep, I
2020.
gotta
It
watch
felt like
that.
this
I wanna
series was
watch
set up to fail
the,
since the announcers were given free reign
a
to crap
video
on
of
just
that
about everything
soon.
that took place each week.
Right here is vintage Maxine right here. It's vintage Maxine.
Yep.
It's vintage.
uh,
A vast virus database has
I
been
do remember
updated.
that too.
What is going on? Well, we're not the only ones bored with this.
But then again, that's the only reason we even remember it to begin with.
Yep.
Michael Cole was certainly the highlight of the season, and one match
No,
where he
over the
completely
top
stole
hill.
the show occurred on the October 19th broadcast where Caitlyn wrestled
Oh, I
Maxine.
remember
This
Caitlyn.
match still going on? I don't know what is going on. Oh!
Oh
The match
my
was so
god.
bad, Cole got up from the announce table and took a phone call.
He's on the phone.
I remember that too.
Who would want to talk to Tony Chimmel?
The finish was simply diabolical. Just listen to the commentator's reaction and keep your eye on Cole face palming at the desk.
Sunset flip, roll through her shoulder.
He's like,
Cole showed his
goes like, bro, why am I here? I can't do this anymore. This is giving me a migraine. I need to leave. Can I go home? Like, he was doing that.
here how some words are better left unsaid, and some matches are better left unseen.
There are a lot of words to describe this.
Yep.
Horrible, despicable.
1, 2. Oh,
Now,
no.
if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our similar video.
WVID. Everybody, like these videos, comment down below, subscribe. Check out the original video in the description. Peace.